Welcome back to episode 151 of the Sports Marketing Machine podcast, powered by Revelocity Sports. This is the show designed to help you sell more tickets and grow your fan base. I'm your host, Jeremy Nizer. Continuing on this series of meta ads, today I want to challenge the way that most teams and most agencies think about creative. Because the simple way to do it is, hey, I'm just going to create one ad for the campaign, one video, one killer graphic, and then hit go. But here's the truth. There is no such thing as one good ad. There is no such copy that appeals to everyone. There is no single angle that simply will sell out your stadium or arena. And the teams that sit here and believe I'm just going to place one ad and it's going to scale, they're going to be left in the dust here. So I'm going to break it all down of why these changes that happen inside of Meta over the last few months are seriously impactful to how you structure and how you look at your ads and how you're placing them in total. Here we go. So this is the real problem that I see with meta ads right now and how teams would be running those. And this is super simple. It's the same way that a lot of teams have been doing it for several years, and it made sense. But because of these massive changes in meta, those ideas get thrown out of the window. When I sit down with teams and we're talking about meta ads, they typically ask me, hey, what's converting? What types of ads should we run? Most cases, it's trying to sell more tickets. Let's just use that as an example. Is it carousel? Is it video? Is it just a static graphic image? What is it? And I always think, well, that question is actually the problem now, because that question assumes that your fan base is one person. It assumes that every buyer thinks the same, every buyer cares about the same thing, and every buyer is motivated by the same trigger. But that's not how people buy tickets. Some people buy tickets for memories. Some people buy tickets because they're huge sports fans. Some buy tickets because it's a good value. Some buy tickets as a social status. Some people buy tickets because they're part of a group and are invited. Some people are coming out because their kids performing on the field or the court before the game or during the game at halftime. Some people are buying them because they know the person singing the national anthem. Some people are buying it because they want to spend time with their loved ones. Everyone who's buying tickets, they're falling into different buckets of why they are coming out to buy your tickets to your games. But what happens is the teams that are just placing one ad in the ad set, that's one video, a hype video, or one image, or one carousel, they're trying to talk to everyone, and in doing so, they're really limiting the ability for them to be able to sell more tickets. So one of the things that we see when we sit down and we talk to teams and audit those accounts is that the teams that have beautiful creative, clean campaigns, solid budgets, but I look at it and I see every ad is saying the same thing. Fireworks this Friday, come on out. Everything is the same. All the copy's the same. They don't change things up to give Meta the ability to scale and target different people with the ad. Everything's kind of the same. It's not really a creative strategy. It's really just repetition. So just yesterday, Valentine's Day, so I'm recording this Sunday the 15th. Yesterday, I took my girls, who are 10 and 7, to the ice cream shop. We walked into the ice cream shop. My wife's there with us, and we're all looking at ice cream. I said, Park, what do you want to get? And she chooses a party animal. So it's got different flavors. It's super sweet. Kennedy, what do you want? My 7-year-old. And she says, hey, Dad, I want strawberry. I chose strawberry cheesecake is what I chose. So we all have something different. If you are only selling one thing, that's it. Then your messaging should be the same thing. You don't have a marketing problem. But just like that ice cream shop where Parker was looking for one flavor, Kennedy was looking for another, I was looking for a different one, we all have different tastes. We all have different interests. For tickets, it's the same exact thing. We all your target audience, the people you are selling to, have different interests. They have different reasons why they're coming to the game. So you have, when you think about this, a menu problem. Because if you're just promoting fireworks and you're just trying to share it out there just for families and hey, fireworks this Friday or giveaway this Saturday, you're really only trying to sell one thing. You got fireworks night, so it's one graphic, one caption, one hype video, and you're selling it everywhere. You're only selling vanilla ice cream. But if you change it up and you've got different creatives and different hooks and different angles and you're talking to different avatars and different people, like now you're going to see it scale up and really start make some movement. Because if you're just saying it's just this or just this, like you're not going to get very much movement with your ads. So let's take an example here. The example is Saturday night fireworks, same event, but you've got different motivations. You've got the family buyers. Maybe it's a kids run the bases or something fun to do with the kids, an easy night, something wholesome, a memory created, right? And then the ad says, hey, your kids are going to fall asleep in the car after the fireworks, and that's a win. And maybe for that young adult buyer, they want something social where they can come out and have some drinks with their friends. They've got their Saturday night plan solved, right? So the ad for them might say something like post-game fireworks plus drink specials, Saturday night at the ballpark, gonna be great. Or it's the date night buyer who is looking for something affordable, something different, something Instagram worthy, right? Hey, it's a cheap date. Big memory, fireworks are included, right? Or maybe it's the business who's trying to do something for their employees. They want to give their employees to say thank you or a client experience or something around that. So host your employees or clients without awkward small talk. Let the game do the work. And for the diehards, they're really all about the pride, the identity, tradition, right? Hey, be loud. Wear your team colors, come on out, right, for this big game this Saturday night. These are 5 different angles, same game, but 5 different psychological triggers. Now Meta can match the flavor to the fan. That, my friends, is a creative strategy. I would strongly encourage you, as you're listening to this episode, go back to that point that I just went through where I broke down the 5 different buckets of fans and what you can do for your copy and your imagery, your video, your creative that you're putting together and you're putting in there, because that's really going to make a huge difference. All right. Let's break down why one ad doesn't scale anymore. Here's what's actually happening with Meta. Remember, I shared in the last few episodes about Meta really taking away some of the targeting options that we've all had for many, many years. Hey, I just want to target moms who shop at Target. That's who I want to target with my ad, right? Those options are slowly being deprecated, so they're simply not going to be available. So what happens when you only run one ad? Meta will show it. It will find a small pocket of people who respond, and you'll start seeing frequency tapping at 3, 4, 5 times. That, of course, will increase your CPM, so your cost per 1,000 impressions, and your results are going to stay relatively flat or even plateau at one point. And what happens is I see teams, they look at this and go, well, my targeting isn't working, or we need a bigger budget. No. You simply ran out of angles. The biggest mind shift heading into the 2026 season, if you're running ads in your hockey, or you're going to be running ads for college baseball, or you're a baseball team and you're going to be running ads, or any other sport, right? Meta's algorithm is smarter than ever at matching behavior patterns, but it needs variety. So if every ad said the same thing, same angle, same hook, same emotional trigger, Meta's only going to find one type of fan, one buyer to put that in front of, right? When you scale your campaigns, like I don't want you to just increase your spend. You need to increase your angles, increase your variations in motivation and story and format and emotion. So how do you do this? Well, the simplest way to do this is you go into ChatGPT, you kind of give them, hey, we've got a fireworks this night coming up this Saturday. I need 5 different angles for 5 different types of people that I want to target. We want young families, night on the towners, adventure seekers, whatever those 5 may be. Like that, you put that in to ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm trying to run meta ads and I really need some help kind of creating some copy for these folks that I'm placing in here. They will help you write these. You can kind of go back and forth or take what they have and then just adjust it yourself and place it in there. But really, you need to start hitting on 5 different angles for 4 or 5 different audiences, because that's the ticket for you to be able to scale your ads and sell more tickets. Because if you're just placing one ad, you're trying to say, hey, this ad is for everyone. This is vanilla ice cream and this is for everyone. But we all know that we all shop. We need variety. We're different buyers. Families buy differently than people who are buying for their company business, which is different from people who are just to come on out and wanted to have cold beer, right? So when you are doing that, we know that some ads are designed to convert, some ads are designed to warm people up, some ads are designed to build trust, and even some are really just trying to keep you top of mind. But if you shut off and you're turning on your ads, you got things going. If you shut off things that immediately don't convert, you're actually hurting the warming ads, the ads that are warming fans up, that are building trust, right? You are killing the ability to get people to go, hey, I've never heard of you guys. Now I've heard of you guys. This really looks like fun. I want to come out, and kind of move them to that stage to be able to want to buy things. I'm going to put a link in the show notes. There is a marketing framework called AIDA. I'm going to put a link in the show notes. It's definitely worthy for you to kind of take a look at it and read through it. The first part is attention, and that's what we're trying to talk through here. Desire, interest, and then action. But I spelled it's AIDA and I went ADIA, but you get my point. I'll put the link in the show notes. You can be able to read through it, right? But your creative is not just one shot. That's my point with all of this. You really need to be able to have multiple angles, multiple creatives for each campaign, so that Meta can do their work to really, really scale it up. So here's kind of the framework. Simple process. Pick one game, then do the exercise. Write down 5 different reasons why someone would attend. Not demographics, maybe some motivation in there, but don't go heavy on it. Try to get 2 angles. Use ChatGPT to help you on some of these, right? So now you've got really 8 to 10 ads there if you think about it, right? Make sure things are visually different. You can use images, you can use videos, you can use not polished videos, you can use carousels, you can do all of these different things, but make sure the visuals are different, the faces, the scene, the energy, all of those things are different. And then let it run long enough for Meta to kind of figure things out inside of it. 48 hours is not long enough. 3 days, that now we're getting somewhere to really be able to see it. But really the goal would be let it run weekly. Even if it's just $5 a day, let it run so that over that $5 a day, those few days, you're going to start to see it really tying things together to really show you, hey, this is what's actually happening here. All of this ties into episode 150, using ticketing sales as your scoreboard, not necessarily the actions here, right? Really, our goal is to sell more tickets. So if we get caught up in the impressions game and the reach game, we're really going to find ourselves losing the battle here. Remember, creative drives demand, and the ticketing, when people purchase, that's how we're keeping score. All right, so what should you stop doing? Stop asking yourself, which one is the best ad? Stop making just one graphic. Stop just making one promo video, and stop just boosting one post. You need to have a variety in there, because You need to stop assuming your fans think exactly the same way. Start asking, what are the different reasons why someone would care to come out to the game? Because if you are speaking to everyone, you are speaking to no one. You are really trying to speak to different audiences and really trying to connect with them. And this is going to take some work on your shoulders because you're now flexing a muscle that you have never done before, because you would typically just create one creative and then hit go. That's not the case anymore. Let's land this plane. There is no one good ad. There is no universal copy. There is no one single message that will sell to the masses and sell out your ballpark or arena. Your job is not to create the perfect ad. Your job is to build a creative menu, because when you give the algorithm a menu, multiple flavors here, it can match the right one to the right fan. And that is how you are going to scale in 2026. So if you found this episode helpful, you feel free to share it with someone on your marketing team or someone in sports, someone who's just like you, trying to sell more tickets and grow your fan base, because the way that Meta flipped things on their head is really going to change things for teams as they progress throughout 2026 and beyond, because teams had been looking for the silver bullet, that one ad that really scaled and really kicked butt, and it simply isn't that way anymore. You need to start building a creative system and understanding who you are talking to in your ad, and have ChatGPT even help you write hooks and angles so that you can scale and sell more tickets and grow your fan base. I appreciate you tuning in. Until next time.